Proceed. It was dope, IQ.
Yeah. What's happening, world? Right back at you with another episode of the 426 show. Where we got a new addition to the show. My boy D.E. Darrell. What's going on with it, man?
No, ain't nothing, man. You know, coming off a good weekend of boxing. What's up with it?
Yeah, man. Great matches. Very great matches, man. And
Great
that's,
match.
that's what we're going to cover this episode. We're going to have a recap of Devin Haney and the Tank Davis fight, man. You know, there was some good matches, man. You know, if I do say so myself, I was entertained this weekend, man. The first one we're gonna get into is the Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz, man. You know, what was your take on that? We covered it on the last episode. What would you have? Would you have? You said you had a.
It was just like I called it.
Yeah.
It was Devin Haney. UD was my pick, and it played out how I thought the fight would play out. Devin Haney looked really good. Jojo showed up, and it was just some good high level quality boxing.
Yeah, it was.
Myself, I was entertained. You know, it was a good competitive fight. You know, we're gonna get in a little deeper into it and, you know, pick some things or, you know, what we saw in the fight. But overall, I thought it was a good fight. Yeah,
it was a good fight, man. If I do say so myself. I mean, they were very competitive, and it went exact. It went. I can't say exactly because I thought Devin might get a stoppage this time, man. I really did.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, I really did. I thought he was gonna stop him. But he dominated the fight, though. He definitely dominated the fight.
Yeah, he dominated the fight. It's going to be real hard for somebody to beat Devin Haney just because his speed, athleticism, his work rate. But just like I told you, it's like I think he wanted to prove that he has some knockout in him. But it just, I just don't think it's there. And that's not and I don't mean that as an insult. I just think, you know, he has a certain skill set that's good and it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win. He's going to win a lot. He's a champ. So, you know, no knock on Devin Haney, but I don't see a lot of knockouts coming, you know, down the line.
You don't think so?
No, I know so. No, I know so.
He said, Jojo did say he had some pop in his punches, though. You know.
Yeah, but it seemed like Devin Haney he wants that recognition as having that knockout power. It's like everybody he fight, he asking them like, "Oh, how my power?" Is like, if you got to ask how your power is, then you probably ain't got a lot of power.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to ask for it.
True that. What they were saying was that he was struggling to make weight. So you know when you struggle to make weight, you do lose power. You know what I'm saying? So that right. could have played a factor right. in it. You know what I'm saying? But
it's the punches that you don't see coming. I think with Devin, I don't see him like setting up enough traps to be able to catch people. Like Floyd wasn't the biggest power puncher as he moved up in weight, but he had the ability to like Ricky Hatton with the check hook. You know what I mean? Like he just caught you with them sneaky punches. Like, and Bud has a gift for that too, where he can walk you into something. You know, we just saw with Sean Porter, and Devin Haney is just he's active, punching. You know what I'm saying? His work rate, but I don't see him, you know, setting up them shots, you know, to be able to get somebody out of there. At least this far.
Yeah, I see his work ethic. You know, his work ethic. He stays busy. The one thing in this fight that I did notice, man, is he allows himself to get touched too much, man.
Yeah. I tweeted that. I said, man, I told you that. I said, I liked it. We were talking, and I said, I like the fact that he takes risks, though. I love that about him. Yeah,
but man, you get hit with the right one, man, and it'll set you down, man. And you know, he did get buzzed by Linares, And you know, everybody gets buzzed every now and then, but he was eating too much. He was eating them, but he was taking too many shots from Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz is not known as a knockout artist. So what's going to happen when he gets in there with somebody that really got some pop, you know, and, you know, if he's taking punches like that, man, if he's letting himself get caught like that, he had his hands down too low for me. You know what I'm saying? He had his hands down too much, man. And I can see that being detrimental in the long run, like if he was to fight, you know,
of course, yeah,
like a Teal or a Gervonta Davis, you know.
I think that's just a comfortable. I think he was just comfortable enough in there to where I think he got into a certain groove where he wanted to mix it up and get into those exchanges. But I think he can do that with just slickness, kind of pacing himself and picking his shots and setting the shots up, you know. And then I think the knockout will come. But I mean, he's a great fighter, so you know, he's winning, and that's what it's all about, is getting them dubs. So
yeah, he was getting them dubs in, man. And
yeah,
he's a boxer. He showed his skill. I give it to Jojo Diaz too, man. He showed a lot of heart, man. He was tenacious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was getting outpointed, you know, but you know he wasn't backing down, and he was bringing the fight, man. He was game for the fight, and I respect him for stepping up, because Devin, everybody was ducking Devin. He like 4 or 5 fights, Garcia ducked him. You know, Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight him. He ducked him. Teofimo, he kept talking about how he was going to fight him. He ducked him. You know, everybody was ducking him, man. So, you know, I give Jojo Diaz props for getting in the ring like a man and getting busy. You know, he did his thing. Yeah, it wasn't a bad showing. He didn't win, but it wasn't a bad showing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't embarrass himself, and he didn't embarrass his camp. You know, and he was right there. He was in the fight. He was in the fight. He just didn't have enough. You know.
Yeah, you just not have enough tools in the tool bag.
Yeah,
that's all it was. How I saw it as. I think him and Cruz would be a hell of a fight, though.
Yeah.
Stylistically, just both coming forward and height, weight.
Two little dogs. Like,
like a little pit bull fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good one, man.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that. Two tenacious, balls to the wall, just going hard at each other. You know, not backing down, bringing the fight, man. But here we go with Devin, though. They playing the game, so Devin holds the WBC belt, right? Mm-hmm. He holds the belt, and now what they doing? They're trying to play him, though, man, because George Kambosos, he inherited
the belt. On him, huh?
Yeah, he inherited the belts, and his camp immediately turned around and was like, Devin is the paper champ. He's the WBC paper champ. He's not the real champ. Like, but meanwhile, Kambosos, he's like, yeah, we can take the fight. And Devin was like, let's go over to England, your hometown.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Devin's with it.
Yeah, and see the winner of that fight then becomes the undisputed lightweight champ at 135. You know, because Kambosos got 3 belts. Then the WBC that makes it complete if he wins. Then vice versa, if Devin wins, then he becomes the undisputed lightweight champ at 135. Then he has all the belts.
Let's be realistic, Lo. That's just the business of boxing at play.
Yeah.
And I think I read this and was in I believe it was in Evander Holyfield's book, where he talked about the champ gets the belt, and then it was either him or Mike Tyson. I can't remember offhand, but this was the gist of it was the champ gets the belt, and then they get some paydays under that belt before they take a risk at losing that belt. So that's just the business of boxing. Kambosos got the belt. You know, they're gonna try to get him some fights where, you know, they can capitalize on that possibly short window. You know, it's the fight game. You don't never know how long somebody's gonna last. So, you know, that's how I see it. You know, they're gonna try to work around Devin Haney as long as they can, get a couple easy paydays up under the belt, then come back and, you know, in the WBC, if they're not forcing it, if they're not making them mandatory fights, which is a problem, then that's just how the game gonna go.
Yeah, because the WBC the spokesman for the WBC, he came out and played Devin. Like, a couple months back, he was saying Devin was the real WBC champ, but now he's trying to act like he's trying to act like Devin doesn't even matter now. And now what they're talking about is Bob Arum came out and he said, yeah, it'd be a good fight with Devin Haney and Lomachenko. But here we are. Lomachenko's got 2 losses. Got 2 losses. I don't understand how he was pound for pound in Ring Magazine and all that. I don't get that when he only had not even
talk to him.
Yeah, not even 20 fights under his belt.
Talk
you know
to
what I
him.
mean? Like, come on now. Like super overrated. I mean, Lomachenko, he got skills. I give it to him. He got skills, but come on, he's showing that he showed that he could be beat. He showed that. He showed that he could be beat. So
I think the first one was what, like 7 fights in when he lost to Linares, or was it?
Yeah. So here we are. Here we are. Now Bob Arum wants to give Devin Haney some action. He wasn't trying to give him action with his other fighters, but now he wants to give him action with Lomachenko. Come on, man. Like,
how you see that fight going though? How you see that fight going?
I see Devin schooling him. I see Devin. Lomachenko. He has good movement. He has good movement and whatnot, but he doesn't move like Devin. You know what I'm saying? I see Devin schooling him. I see Devin winning that fight, and Lomachenko taking his 3rd loss.
Right away, to me, Lomachenko looked like he struggled when he started going up against a little bit bigger guys. Like, his size are bigger.
Right.
You can see all of a sudden, the flaws was there, where all of a sudden that movement, all that don't come into play. When you got somebody bigger that can kind of force the issue and walk you down a little bit.
Yeah, that would be Devin's approach. He's gonna walk him down and have him in the corner and all that.
Right.
And he's swift. He can move. He got good feet. Like, he got better feet than Lomachenko. So I see Devin dominating. But my whole thing is that shouldn't even be the conversation. The conversation should be about undisputed. Like, he need to get his shot at undisputed. Like, Composer, George, they need to go ahead and go to Australia, make it happen, put it together. And that'll be a great night for boxing, man.
Like Composer said, 80,000.
Yeah.
You come to Australia, it's gonna be 80,000 in there. Devin was like, "Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen." But here we are. Here we go with the boxing politics, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once again,
always,
man. And they don't want the dark champs. They don't want they don't want the dark champs. They don't want the pigment champs, man. The people that got the pigment, the melanin, man. They don't want the melanin champs. They want to keep the great white hype. And that's not good. That's not good for the sport. At the end of the day, let's let the best people fight each other, man. Go from there.
I agree. I think once you get to that championship level, but like I said, I understand it's prize fighting. So from a business standpoint, I respect a fighter wanting to maximize their profitability. Get a belt, get some fights under your belt. Maybe get a few bags, have a big fight. Mm-hmm. Once not everybody can just immediately catapult to that Floyd level where you all of a sudden just, that's rare. You fight champion after champion after champion.
Yeah,
that's a rare thing. I think Floyd spoiled us with that.
Yeah,
beating so many top level fighters just one after another, and But I'm interested.
No. Floyd cherry picked. He fought people that weren't in their prime. He cherry picked and he fought people that were over the hill. That's the narrative that some of these boxing fans try to play, man. But we know what it is, bro. He fought champs and took out
23 champs or something like that.
Yeah, man. Like come on, man. You can't cherry pick. Look. They said he was ducking. You can't duck and keep the belts. Because if you duck before, there was no franchise champion. There was no franchise champion that could protect you and allow you to keep a belt if you don't take your mandatory when Floyd was fighting.
This is what I say to that. Who did Floyd not fight that would have been favored over Floyd?
Right.
Realistically.
He fought everybody.
Paul Williams.
Straight up.
Paul Williams had a shot, and then we saw what happened. It didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they
Hadn't destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed. It wasn't even close.
And Floyd fought everybody coming off of a win.
Right.
Mostly everybody coming off when Shane beat Margarito, it's his best performance, and since he was a lightweight, his best performance ever. You know what I mean? Shane, he back on top.
Right.
And then we saw how that went, and it was he's old. So it was always an excuse, but we know
always an excuse, man.
Yeah, we've been there, done that.
It's always an excuse, man. But I like they're always trying to make excuses. That's what I'm saying. And then now they trying to hate on young Devin Haney, 23-year-old WBC champ. Like let him. Like first of all, if he's the champ, and he's a good look for boxing. First of all, you know what I'm saying. He's gonna be a good look for boxing as a whole. He's a straight good look. So like, why wouldn't you like let him get his run? He's young. You know what I'm saying? He's not the most popular, but he's right there. He's right on the cusp.
Let's keep it a hundo though. Devin Haney not gonna get the shine he deserves until he turns into the villain.
Right.
And unfortunately for us, that's how it go. You gotta turn into the villain and make people hate you.
Right.
You know, Andre Ward stood on his square, and I respect Andre Ward for that. He stood on his square and stayed true to himself, and then didn't want to go that route. Yeah. And he got out of the game, unscathed.
Right.
But I think Devin Haney, I think he gonna have to turn he got to turn into the bad guy.
But he kind of is a little bit though. But he's gonna have to go. He's gonna have to go over the top. But because he kind of is though. He pops up at the fights and calls you out right there. Like, what's up? Like,
I do like that about Young though. I do like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, what you want to do? Like, let's fight. Like, what do you? Like, I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he shows up and they'll be in the interview. Look, they'll be interviewing somebody that just want to fight, and then Devin just pop up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now he's in the interview, and then Devin's dad in the back. You know what I'm saying? Pops, Big Haney in the back, and he like, no, let the champ, let them talk. Let them talk.
He's definitely not ducking no smoke from nobody, man.
Nobody.
I like Devin Haney for that. He definitely, and all comers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I like JoJo too, man, because JoJo stepped up. That's why I like George too, because George stepped up, and Compulsus, he stepped up. Like, let's rock. If y'all want to get busy, let's get busy. But
his camp, as I said, the next day it was a switcheroo. The next day it was a whole other story. It was
Yeah, because it's the business of boxing, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the janky stuff. But hopefully this fight happens. I don't want to see Devin versus Lomachenko. To me, Lomachenko got to work his way up to fight Devin.
Yeah, he got to get it. He got to get it like everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They already getting the pound for pound way too soon, and clearly he didn't deserve it because if he did, because if he did, he would still have the belt. You know what I'm saying? But now he trying to get in the mix. So you trying to get in the mix, you got to earn your way up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like fight Garcia, like fight Ryan Garcia. That maybe, you know what I mean? Something like that. Earn your way up. Ryan don't deserve.
Now, let me ask you something, though, Masters. I'm hearing a lot of that same talk towards Triple G. And I'm on the other side. I'm like, man, look, I don't think Triple G got to go out here and prove nothing to get the third Canelo fight. But I hear a lot of the homies we talk, and they, Triple G got to fight somebody. He got to do something to prove. And I'm like, why? He almost 40.
Right.
He's almost 40.
Yeah, he definitely Triple G. I mean, he already proved himself. First of all, let's keep it all the way 100. He beat Canelo. Like you could argue that he won both fights. You could argue that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, he won one of them. He got robbed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go ahead and run it back. But Canelo don't. He doesn't have to run it back. It's like I was watching one boxing channel. I'm not sure which one it was, man. But they said no. I was watching Porter. Porter said the WBC stands for was it? How about Canelo or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like whatever Canelo wants. You know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that, whatever he says, it is. You know, the franchise champion. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Canelo, he ain't gonna run it back. He's not. He's getting out. He's getting out that way because he don't want no smoke from Benavidez and all that. So he's out of here. He's going up to cruiserweight as his juice kicks in. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's another thing too. Is man, my dog tripping up here. Watch out. We start talking boxing, he start going crazy. Look, man, calm down before you get knocked out. Yeah, but I think it's the same thing. Canelo is copying that same blueprint. You know, he on top of the game. It's about getting paid.
Right.
And, he's still a young enough guy. I don't know if the Benavidez fight is going anywhere anytime soon.
Nah, Canelo's out of here, man. He's fighting cruiserweight. He's fighting next fight for the cruiserweight belt, man.
You think that you don't think he can come back down? You don't think Benavidez can go up to cruiserweight?
Nah.
You think he just trying to make Benavidez chase him up?
Yeah. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Benavidez gonna have to eat that meat, man. That special.
What's Benavidez's best win?
That special meat. I can't even call it, man.
Because I never was on the Charlo bandwagon as far as Canelo need to fight Charlo.
I mean, if they're number ones and if you number ones and twos, man, you got to take the fight.
Yeah, but from a real, you know what I'm saying, from just an honest opinion, I don't see them favored in that fight. I don't see, I don't think he looked good enough for long enough to be able to make me to believe that it's a winnable fight.
Yeah, but I get it, but still at the same time, if you're number one, like you gotta take your mandatories, bro. If you're a champ, you gotta take your mandatory. You own the belt, you're supposed to take your mandatory. Whether you're the next opponent down the line is you're much more superior than them. Like it's still, if it's a mandatory, you gotta step up and take your mandatory. That's how boxing used to be, or you lose your belt. You come up off your belt. That's how boxing used to be, but now we got the franchise champ, so they don't even have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, yeah, he should run it. He should run it with at least one of those. At least one of those, the brothers, at least. But it's not happening. But now the chatter. So to recap, the Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz. His performance, I was impressed with both fighters. It was an entertaining fight, action all night long. Devin Haney did his thing. He handled his business. Of course, we would like to see the knockout. It didn't happen. It's all good. We still saw good boxing. We still saw skills, and Jojo Diaz got outperformed, and he knows he lost the fight. So there was no controversy in that decision, and it was a good fight.
I agree, definitely agree. I think knockouts are great, but on that higher level, they're really hard to come by.
Right.
When we start really looking at boxing, the history of boxing like this, that's hard to come by when you start really facing top competition.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you do coming up through the ranks to build your status up. And then when you get into those harder fights, it's about boxing. But I'm really just watching Devin Haney more because I just want to see the improvement in what he's doing and his technique and his style and how he's progressing as a fighter. I like watching that kind of stuff. So
yeah, because still, what people don't understand, man, the dude's still young. He's only 23 years old. He got a ways to go. Man.
Super young.
Yeah,
long ways to go.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a problem for a long time, man.
Agreed.
The next fight though, man. So the Tank Davis and Cruz fight, man. So what'd you call that? Would you call that? I thought it was a knockout.
I think you said something like in the 4th or the 5th, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
something like that. I think I said later, like in the 10th or something like that. I think I might have said later, and I thought you get him out of there later.
Yeah,
and he may have if he didn't hurt his hand.
Exactly, he injured his hand.
Yeah,
and whether they said around the 5th or 6th round, like he ended up breaking his knuckles.
Well, even Cruz admitted to that. He said they asked him after the fight if you saw. He said, "I noticed it was different after the 5th round."
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. I thought that was a hundo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kept it real. You know, he could have been on some bullshit and been like, nah, he faking his, you know. But I mean, he called it like he saw it. It was a great fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. It was a good fight, man. Eastside Cruz kept pressing him, brought the action. This 2 knockout artists. Both of them are knockout artists. You know, like everybody was expecting to see a knockout because, 24 out of 25 fights Tank knocked out his opponents. You know what I'm saying? He said Cruz is like out of his 15 fights, like 12 knockouts. Like, so everybody, these dudes are coming, they throwing hammers. So people expected to see a knockout, But I'm not disappointed.
Cruz was game. Isak was game. He showed up and was
Oh yeah, he was pressuring him the whole night.
Yeah.
Pressuring him. And they're going around. People are going around trying to say, Tank lost and not. Man, if you watch the fight, if you know boxing, if you watch the fight, you can clearly see that Isak Cruz got outboxed. He kept picking himself up off the canvas because basically, Tank was pretty much like a bullfighter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's spinning and pushing him down, and you know what I mean? And he's bullying him. You know what I'm saying? He was really physical. It wasn't Cruz coming forward. He's still coming forward. He's still coming forward, but never once was like he more physical than Tank. And Tank is spinning, repositioning. He was boxing.
Hey, I like his style though, man. I like Cruz's style.
Yeah, that's why
I see where he get the Mexican Mike Tyson title from.
Yeah.
I just like that style, the way peekaboo, the way he come in there, bobbing the yeah, man, it's very exciting style. That's why I love to see him fight again.
Yeah, and I would like to see that rematch, man. I would see
that. It reminded me of Floyd Castillo 1 in a sense,
right?
Where they both got injured. A lot of people don't remember it, and a lot of people that hate on Floyd won't mention that Floyd got hurt in that fight.
Right.
And fought the whole pretty much second half of the fight with one arm.
Right.
And honestly, dog, if I'm watching that, if I'm the competition out there, what Tank showed me, I'd be worried.
Exactly.
Because aside from the knockouts that we used to seeing,
he showed
his footwork and ability to pivot out of the corners.
Yeah.
And it looks so smooth and fluid, and his ability to box.
Easy. Yeah, he's showing you he can box. He's just not just throwing hammers and haymakers. He's
not
box,
just one-dimensional.
He has skill. Yeah, he showed his skill set. Like, so I don't get how people were sitting here saying that he lost. Like,
that's nonsense. That's crazy talk.
It's crazy talk, and it comes down to basically people getting emotional, rooting for their countrymen. You know what I'm saying?
Isak knew he lost the fight. Yeah, it wasn't even no question.
Straight up. Like, I mean, if a guy is using his one hand in the last 3 rounds of the fight, then and you ain't doing no damage to him, you lose it.
Just look at the 12th round.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful round by Tank, man, with one hand throwing nothing but right hands.
Like, come on now.
And clearly won the round.
Clearly
won the round.
So I don't understand what fight these people were watching, man. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay. And like I said, like he was like a matador, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the bull, like the bull, he's coming forward, then he trips over his feet and has to get back up off the canvas. That happened a few times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A few times Tank shoved him, like, get off, you know what I'm saying? Get off, like, clearly Tank's a strong fighter. He said Cruz is a strong fighter, but he made him look regular. Tank made him look regular.
Tank's an athlete, man. If doing backflips off the top rope wasn't enough, you seen the footwork and his ability to move and box and set up shots and try to set traps for you to walk in, the uppercuts and stuff. Yeah, man, he's a dynamic young fighter for sure.
He can straight up box. He can fight.
He's not
He's not playing. He can box. It's not like you said. He's not a one trick pony. That's what people don't understand. And then he showed he got a chin too. Did he get hurt? Did he get hurt in the fight at all? I didn't see him.
I didn't see anything that he got hurt.
Yeah, I didn't see him getting rocked at all. So it's
he
like
did. He covered it up really well. Didn't show it.
Yeah, and at the end of the fight, I mean, like I like to look at people at the end of the fight in the post fight. Like, well, it wasn't much swelling, wasn't And
no, I know Cruz landed some good body shots.
Oh yeah, Cruz definitely did come through with the body work, but it didn't do any damage.
But from the naked eye, I didn't even realize Tank's hand was hurt.
Yeah, right.
Until later in the fight, where you was like, okay, now you see his hand hurt, but
because because I'm like, what's going on? Like, he's just throwing punches mainly with one hand, right hand,
And that showed his toughness right there too.
He stayed in the fight.
Yeah,
kept his composure. He did his thing, man. And so I would like to see. I want to see George versus Devin. Then the winner of that go over to Tank. That's what it should be, man. That would be that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of jewelry that could be exchanged. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the status on Tank? You think so? It was broken.
Yeah, it was broken. They said 2 knuckles. I believe 2 knuckles. He broke 2 knuckles.
So he gonna be on the sideline for a minute.
For a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
They were talking about him, Tank, and Lomo. Like, Lomo don't deserve to. Lomo needs to fight. Maybe get a Shakur Stevenson. Maybe, Ryan Garcia.
I'd like to see that Stevenson fight.
Yeah, but I don't think.
I'd like to see Stevenson and Tank.
Yeah, that'll be a good one too. 2 boxers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm calling Tank. Tank was a knockout artist. People call him a knockout artist. I'm calling him a boxer. Tank is a boxer. He showed you that he could box. Skills. He had skills. He showed skill set.
He got skills.
Yeah, he was good. Good footwork. Good positioning. He was handling his business, man.
There was a couple times I'm like, wow, like Cruz was pressuring him, and Tank pulled a disappearing act. Like he just popped up on the other side, like just dipped out, pivot real quick, and was right back. Like, man,
he's a matador, man.
Man, for real.
He couldn't. Cruz couldn't have his way, man. Cruz wasn't used to seeing that. But one thing I like, or we can see. Look, we can see Cruz Lomo. Cruz Lomo. Cruz, I give Cruz did his thing, man. Cruz, he won some rounds. I give him some rounds, you know what I'm saying? He won some, he did win some rounds, But Tank dominated. Tank won the fight. Tank outboxed him, I'm not gonna say it was a close fight. It was definitely the advantage went to Tank. But Cruz was game. Cruz was nonstop, in his face, constantly moving forward, nonstop pressure on him constantly. He didn't break up. He didn't ease up at all.
No. I could say 7-5, 8-4, realistically. I mean, but if you want to give him 5 rounds because he was hurt, but honestly, I say it could have been an 8-4 fight.
Yeah, I
being generous.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did call it 8-4.
Yeah,
I called it 8-4.
I mean, Tank clearly won most of the early rounds.
Yeah,
and then Cruz got some of the middle rounds, but then Tank finished to put the cap on it with the 12th round. Clearly dominated that round.
Yeah, one hand.
Yeah,
one hand, bro. That was impressive. You're not impressed by that. If you're not impressed by that, you're not being realistic at all whatsoever. Man. So with those promoters, man, it was definitely a good fight, and it was a good fight weekend. I'm excited. Hopefully we get to see the Devin go to Australia and then fight for the undisputed. I hope that's what we get out of this next. I don't want to see, Tank's out of commission for a while.
I would hope so, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, you got to heal up, man. You got to heal up.
On it.
You know,
I wouldn't count on Devin going to
Australia.
Nah.
Yeah, they need to make it happen, man. It's gonna be good money. It's gonna be good money, and it's gonna be good for boxing. So they need to just go ahead and do that. And like I say, either way it goes, either one of those two, like they become undisputed, it's not gonna be a bad thing for boxing, for sure. Devin's got like a million plus followers on Instagram and all that. He's the young champ. He's 23 years old, man. He ain't doing nothing but growing. You know what I'm saying? Caposa's he's game. He's ready and willing to fight any and everybody. So they need to go ahead and run that. And he said Cruz, his stock jumped with his showing with Tank. Lomachenko's stock has dropped with his loss to T.O. The lightweight division is exciting, man. But look, what about this fight though? What you know about this fight though?
Hit me.
Look. What you know about that fight though? You hear what Heyman said to Hearns.
I heard a little bit of Eddie's portion popping off, but I didn't get the whole stories. Yeah, what I missed.
Yeah, so Heyman told her, he said, "Listen, man, I'm in the gym." He said, "I'm active." He said, "I don't play no games." He said, "If that man comes up to me and disrespects me," he said, "I'm gonna slap the shit out of him." You know what I'm saying?
Who said that? Daddy Al?
Yeah, Heyman. He said he straight. That's what he said, man. So
they gonna slap fire from his ass?
He said he gonna slap fire from him, man. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know how it happened. I don't know where that stemmed from. What did you hear about Eddie Hearns?
No, I think I heard he say something back, like just talking some shit or something like that. I don't know the exact quote, but I know it was something like, I guess it was probably in response to what Al said, or vice versa.
It was crazy, man. The boxing game is heating up, man, and it's the lightweight champs is bringing the excitement, man.
I wonder if that got something to do with this whole Canelo thing, because I noticed Floyd been speaking up a lot more on Canelo lately.
Right.
Yeah.
It could like it's
Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've only heard Canelo speak highly of Floyd, and took his L, and only giving him his props. So it's definitely something going on there, because I'm like, all of a sudden now Floyd been a little more outspoken, like how he watched him easy, and you know what I'm saying, and a little chirping back and forth, saying this, saying that, but yeah, I don't know what it's about. Usually, you know how this shit goes. It's always about some money. Probably something about some bread going on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Al Heyman, man. I meant Leonard Ellerby, man. I got it.
Right, there you go, Ellerby.
Yeah, I meant Ellerby, man.
Okay, I was surprised. I'm like, Al,
yeah.
Al ain't fighting nobody, man.
Al old man. I meant
Ellerby.
Ellerby, yeah, man. I don't know what happened there.
He said he been in the gym.
Yeah, he said I stay in the gym, like I think because it comes down to Devin and Tank. It's like they're the two faces. They're the two faces of the lightweight division, and so then Tank is their fighter, and then Eddie Hearn is Devin.
Yeah. Anything outside of the ring to me is just promotional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't listening too much to what promoters is talking about.
Right.
Unless they talk about hyping the fight up or something like that. But that Yeah, that's just boxing.
Right. It is. But I never seen him hype like that though. I never seen.
Yeah.
Never
I
seen.
ain't never heard Don King say you want to slap the shit out of Al Heyman. Maybe he did. You know, maybe that's before my time, but
yeah. It was the fact that hearing him get out of character like that, I was like, it just surprised me, man.
I believe Leonard though.
Yeah,
Leonard looks like he might slap the shit out of a motherfucker run up on.
Yeah.
I believe him. Leonard don't look like he ain't for play.
He's not playing no game.
Nah.
Yeah.
Anybody with a mustache like that, then man, he ain't playing. Leonard ain't playing no games.
Man, he keep his glasses on, man. He look like a killer, man. You don't want no problem with him.
Yeah, he ain't trying to scuff his gators up on no bullshit.
Right. He said it a couple times. He said he's with the business though. He's like, I'll slap fire out of him, man.
Yeah. Leonard ain't playing no games, man. He like, let's talk business and let's keep all the other shit on the sideline. Yeah.
But the lightweight division, man, is bringing the spark. It's right now it's holding down boxing, man. You know, it used to be the heavyweights back in the day. And not even back in the day, like it's just the whole game of boxing now is basically it's on the lightweights back, man. You know.
I think it still is. I think we're getting quality boxing all around. I mean, we just had, like I said, I think
the heavyweights are looking real shaky to me right now, man.
Well, AJ lost. I mean, they're gonna take some losses. I don't think any of the top three was gonna stay undefeated except for Fury.
Yeah, and my whole thing is it's like this lackluster performances, man. People gassed early on, and people throwing the same 1-2 punch, and it's like the skill set, and it's just not there, man. It's just like, to me, the entertainment is in the lightweights.
How can you say that when we just had a trilogy, an epic trilogy?
Yeah, but I mean, once again,
AJ Ruiz was an unexpected upset. That was exciting. First Mexican heavyweight champion.
Right.
Then he bounced back and showed his, what he could do boxing. I didn't like the last performance. That he took the L, but
right.
I think overall, if you don't have a favorite and you're just looking at it from a perspective of quality fights, then right. I've been pleased, at least from my perspective. I've been pleased.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the heavy.
I agree with you. The lightweights is where it's at.
Yeah, the lightweights is more exciting, man. It's more competitive. Is more they making it happen, man. And I wish that some of them would get off their high horse and stop with the prima donna stuff and get in the ring and make it happen like Jojo and Devin just did. Like get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm interested to see what happened with Bud now going forward.
Yeah.
Off a top rank.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to PBC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to, man. He's supposed to be a household name, man. He should be a household name.
I wouldn't mind seeing Bud against anybody. Bud Thurman. Yeah. Bud Spence.
Yeah, but Bud Spence is the fight. So it was supposed to be Spence Ugas, but they denied that fight, man. They denied that fight with the politics involved in that. So it more than likely it is going to be a Bud versus Spence fight, and that one, who you got?
Oh man, I don't know. You don't think Spence is gonna get a little tune-up fight before that?
Yeah, he definitely needs to. I mean,
he's probably gonna get a little tune-up
injuries, surgery, car accident, and all that.
But right now, I mean, man,
he called him.
I would have said Spence, but right now I got a favorite Bud. I can't even lie.
Yeah,
I can't even lie.
I'm going with Bud. Bud is, to me, Bud to me is pound for pound.
Bud showed me a lot, man, with how he handled
Porter.
Porter. Yeah.
But I already knew Crawford pound for pound. I got him pound for pound, straight up. Over Canelo, I got him pound for pound, straight up. He's fighting whoever takes the fights. Everybody ducking him too. He's
I'm not.
another.
Well, that was across across the picket line. I think, but I think now it's wide open.
Yeah.
With Top Rank and them out of the way.
Yeah.
So to speak.
No, but everybody was ducking him still, even though they couldn't make fights happen. But still, they didn't. A lot of people didn't want to fight him. They're ducking him. I got him pound for pound, bro. I got him pound for pound over Canelo, straight up. They can say Canelo's the face of boxing. Canelo had better promotion. That's all I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, Canelo been in the game longer.
Canelo still got a better resume.
I don't know. To me, that's the real cherry picker, man.
Triple G, Kovalev, he's fought some.
Yeah, but the Triple G won. Like I can't think of a fight. I can't think of a fight that's controversial to where Bud squeaked by and we questioning the judges. What dominated all of his fights? Period.
But who else in the pound for pound has Bud beat? Like that was in that top 2 or 3 pound for pound.
Everybody. Like he's running through everybody, and everybody's ducking him. That's my thing. Like it was good for Porter to step up. Like we need if it's not for fighters like a Diaz, it's not for fighters like Porter.
I got a lot of respect for Porter, but I mean he's not a level. I think I don't want to say like I'm disrespecting Porter, because he definitely competes and has fought any and everybody, and he's a real dog.
Yeah, he's a dog.
But I don't think he's considered to be that upper echelon. He's lost against the major fights that he's fought against the A-list fighters.
Right.
But he's a real dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a credible victory.
Yeah.
And the way that Bud stopped him is very impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah, super impressive.
And he could do it with both hands.
Yeah, but the eyeball test is where Bud got me, because I saw like the way the way he composed himself in the ring, the way he adjusts.
Right.
So I would favor Bud over Spence now, for sure.
Yeah, that's good for boxing. That fight will be a huge night for boxing.
Yeah, but I do think Spence needed a little tune up, and then maybe Bud get one in, and then we do it. Maybe they do it sometime next year, maybe later in the year or something.
Right.
But Bud said he ready to get back in there now.
Yeah.
Bud in fight mode. He like shit. Bud feeling good, so.
Yeah, he ready to rock. I mean.
Yeah. But like I said too, just get Bud some fights. Like I said, to me, boxing ain't always got to be the best matchup or the the A-list versus A-list. Not every time.
Right.
Sometimes for me, it's like I just want to see these fighters get in there and be active. You know what I mean? Because I understand they building towards a fight. You know what I mean? It's just money involved. You want to make sure you're getting as many eyeballs as you can on it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the best needs to be.
Of course, yeah.
It has to come down to that.
Oh yeah, discern what I'm saying for sure. We all want that, but it's like you know what I mean.
Yeah, it definitely has to come down to that. But with that being said, man, another good episode. Fight recap, good fight weekend, and we'll get back to y'all. We're gonna be right back at y'all with another show coming up. See, here at the 426 show, we talk about politics, and with Daryl coming over, we adding boxing to the game. Him and I both fight fans, and we're gonna keep bringing you guys show. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave comments. Give us some like votes, hit the subscribe button, and check us out on the next episode of the 426 show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, and to the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sign out. And once again, thanks for coming on the show, Daryl, making an appearance. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate your input, man. You know, you keep me on my toes with this boxing, man.
Hey, man, and before we go, man, you're gonna have to start giving Fury his props, dog. The man is a technician.
Man.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, no, he don't have power, bro. He ain't got no power, man. He definitely don't sting. He don't sting like a bee. He might float like a butterfly, but he don't sting like a bee.
Oh, they stinging.
Stinging. Yeah, he don't sting like a bee, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see you was talking to your homeboy, yeah. That's what it was, man. You was talking to
we'll get in that on a later segment.
Yeah, we'll get into that. With that being said, we're gonna sign off.
Shout out to the homie G, man. He
right. Shout out to G Malone, man. I got you.
Yeah. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's still Bomb Squad though.
Yeah, it's hey, he's selling. He's about to sell cologne now. He's talking about he want to sell cologne. That's how Fury beat him into wanting to sell cologne, man. Come on.
No,
man.
he crazy.
You talking about he done with boxing, man. He still got some miles on his tread though, man. You know.
Hey.
You know. But with that being said, man, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and sign off to the next episode, man. All right, peace out, y'all.
Peace.